What I would normally do in this situation is I would bring one of these linebackers. Okay, I would bring one of these linebackers here, like my jack linebacker. What I like to do, because we have the kid, is two-gap that nose. Okay, I want to two-gap that nose, especially if it's a passing situation. And I'm going to bring that linebacker so I still get a four-man rush. All right, that's quarters. Now, we also play a lot of cover one to this. I like cover one, too. And we go through how to play each one of those coverages. This is trips. I shouldn't say spread doubles. It's trips. Here's a way to roll to trips. What we do against trips is a check roll. We run a quarter, quarter, half. Again, your coverage will dictate it. But what matters is, okay, under the umbrella, force, alley, the jobs don't change. Coverage, okay, coverage, all right, stay in coverage. The jobs don't change. That's what matters about it. That's what matters is that these guys are playing fast. They're not thinking too much, okay? If you have a question, guys, let me know. Just put them in the chat box there. I'm going to flip over for 1 second and check it. All right, let's see. A couple questions here. When you say inside half of the gap, do you mean the inside half closest to the center? The inside half closest to the center, yeah. So if I'm defending B gap, I'm going to be on the outside shoulder of the guard. If I'm defending A gap, I'm going to be scraping paint with or squeezing the center. If I'm defending C gap, I'm going to be squeezing the tackle and forcing it to bounce to the outside. John, in a two tight end formation, would you place your inside linebackers in the B gaps? It depends on where we're slanting. And here's what I'm going to tell you in the next section. Spoiler alert, our linebackers don't play gaps. Our linebackers play open doors, open windows, okay? If it's open, fill it. So they don't have to worry they don't need to know where everybody's slanting. It helps, but they're going to be moving for you. I'm not giving up PowerPoint, but I'll tell you how you can get to it later. I won't do a replay, but we'll do a little different. How do you defend bubble from number 2 in this doubles adjustment? The safeties are usually taught, well, you got flat players in that adjustment, Frank. Frank asked about defending bubble. You would have your OLBs drive on it, or you can have your safeties drive on it. It depends on what you're doing with your quarters. I just put up an alignment. You've got to go through what your quarters rules are. There's a million ways to play it. So again, coverage will dictate what you do, but your flat players can drive on the bubble. I always tell my guy, whoever's responsible for the flat, if that cat or somebody's reading number 2, depending on what we're doing, and there's multiple ways to play quarters, multiple ways that we play quarters. If you're the guy that's looking at number 2 and number 2 goes negative, meaning into the backfield, drive on it now. Don't kill time, drive on it now. He's not going to bubble and go unless it's some dumb 7-on-7 route. In other words, they don't bubble back 4 yards in the backfield and then take off very often. If he does, tackle it and then stare at their coach. Alignment of the outside backers and spread doubles is going to depend on the coverage. I mean, it's all going to depend on your coverage. It's all going to depend on your coverage. Chris, who has the quarterback on option? It depends on who's your C-gap player. C-gap players have quarterback. So again, we're slanting our guys. We don't know until we decide where we're slanting. Okay? C-gap players, A-gap, B-gap players, and again, this is universal. A-gap, B-gap players have the dot. C-gap players have the quarterback. Force players have the pitch. Okay? Scott, in our e-course, we talked about the defensive line strike points and getting to the hips. We're really slanting hard in our 3-4 course, in our 3-4 stuff, rather than trying to hit strike points so much. We're just step and punch through them. Alignment rules versus tight end. Again, we let him be loose. He's got C gap if he's coming. If he's not coming, then he can be outside. He's going to be apex for coverage. All right. I hate to tell you guys over and over again, it depends on your coverage, but there's so many freaking things that you can do. And I'm just trying to get you the base front right now. So we're going to talk coverage in a little bit. You can see a little more of what we do. Okay, flipping back over here. All right. So we want to be simple but look complex. Again, we talked about those 5 guys, those 404, the D tackles or D ends, and the nose, the 2 inside linebackers never change. They never change. 70% of the time, our Sam linebacker, he's going to be that dude that's coming. So he doesn't change very much, but we try to get an athletic guy who can handle the change as well. Okay, what we want to do is always have a home, and when we're running a base front, okay, when we're running in our stud front, in our 3-4 front, our home is aim. So this is the call that if they go hurry up on you all of a sudden, we know what we're doing. We know exactly what we're doing. Aim is slant away, okay? That's the AIM. Aim is slant away, all right? So we're going to slant away from the strength. Our strength rules, our tight end, I don't want that yellow. Oh, show up. Okay, the strength is to the tight end. If there's no tight end, we go to multiple receivers. If it's balanced, so let's say there's 2 tight ends and 2 receivers, or there's doubles or whatever, we go to the wide side. And then our strength, if everything is balanced and equal, is left, because most offensive coordinators are right-handed. When in doubt, left. We always give them an out, okay? So aim is away from the strength. We do sometimes split the secondary strength coverage up, but it's not important right now, okay? We're going to slant away from the call, and most of the time this will be what we call aim. He will be coming into C gap, and we don't even really, our base call, we don't even call that. He just knows that he's coming into C gap. Now he could be lined up head up in a 3-point stance and step and rip through this guy, or he could be bouncing around out here at 3x3 and on the snap blitz at C gap, but he's got to get to that C gap. I'm going to give him a little freedom because he's a good athlete, and that's why he's there. If he's not a good athlete, I don't know why you've got him there, and I'm talking about, he's the best athlete you've got. Give him some freedom, let him be a player there, let him move around. If he's just a true defensive lineman, then put his hand in the dirt when he's got a tight end, and then let him loosen up a little bit when he doesn't. But we're going to let it, he can play head up, he can stand back, he can give him a little look. They like to give him a little shimmy, okay? All right, so that's our base call. In that situation, we asked about where the linebackers have, where's the open door? Okay, the open door is most likely for the Mike backer going to be this strong A gap. Most likely for the Jack backer, it's going to be this weak B gap. The only reason they need to know that is if I call a blitz, that's the gap that they're blitzing for them, okay? Otherwise, they're reading backfield. They're reading through the guard to the near back, okay, whoever it is, okay? Seeing through that guard to the near back, so I guess their vision's like this. If that guard pulls, they have a reaction that they do. If that guard down blocks, they read the back, all right? They're reacting to where the open door is. So let's say they have A gap and this guy comes down on my nose. He's not going to A gap. A gap's gone, all right? We don't teach gaps, okay? We've got 4 base slants. Real simple. Your defensive linemen guys are in a train wreck every snap of the ball. Don't give them 1,000,001 things to think about here. So if we go strong, we call that Toro. Okay, aim was away. Toro is 2. Most of the time when we're on Toro, we're bringing that wheel backer. Okay, most of the time when we're on Toro, we're bringing that wheel backer. I don't run Toro a whole lot with a tight end in the game because I want that C gap handled by my Sam backer. We run it just enough to be hard to find. When we've got tight ends, we use more multiple fronts than we will necessarily slanting different ways, but we will do it enough to where they don't know exactly where we're going to be. But that's Toro. Okay, we go Toro now. More than likely, the Mike backer will be fitting into B gap. Jack backer will be fitting into A gap. Just looking for the open door, looking for the open window. Probably, if we're running cover 3, we're going to rotate. Okay, my Sam backer would be loosened up pre-snap because he's the force guy and flat guy. All right. Do I have somebody over top of the tight end to hit the tight end every single time? No. No. I could, but no, not every single time. we slant strong, weak, we slant pinch. Our nose always goes strong except for aim, I'm sorry. So everything other than aim, he's going strong. We could change it by game plan, but on a pinch, pretty self-explanatory. Strong, boom, boom. Okay, probably will bring my Sam backer, but this may be one where I like to bring a fire zone with it. Okay, I like this on rundowns. I like to get in some things in rundowns where we're going to have 5 coming. We'll play a 3 under 3 deep fire zone behind it. Again, they'll know who's the force guy and who's the flat guy and all that sort of stuff. Okay, that's pinch. And then, as much as pinch is more of a rundown deal, out is more of a pass down deal. Okay, out is more of a pass down, and we're probably on out bringing one of the jack or the Mike more often than not. If the Sam is not athletic enough to play the flat, you may want to situation sub him on 3rd downs if you've got time. That's really hard to do with people being so fast moving. So I'll go with a more athletic Sam rather than a bigger defensive lineman guy in our base personnel package, just so that he can be out there on 3rd down and go cover the flat. And we could bring a jack or a Mike inside to give us a little extra pass rush. What we don't like about it is you get 2 open gaps. So I'm not going to run this on a rundown because I get an open A gap and B gap. Now, if my nose can 2 gap on out, if I've got that nose that can 2 gap it, you're a little bit better off, meaning he can play both A gaps. Then you could run it on a rundown if you trust him to do that. And again, as I mentioned, we teach linebacker fits instead of gaps. I'm not going to sit there and worry about, hey, when they do this, they do